Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are fine. Welcome to the channel with Jar of Talents. So, in today's video, we are going to look at the chapter Tissues. It's the chapter 6 of class 9 NCERT from the biology subject. So, we have already seen pretty many topics in the chapter Tissues. In Webjar of Talents, you can find 4 parts of this chapter. So, I would recommend you to watch these videos first and then watch this video because you will understand this video more better if you see this video. So, now you might be worrying where to see them. So, don't at all get worried. The links of all the videos are available in the description right below. So, in the previous video, we have completed simple permanent tissues. So why delay? In this video, let's look at the complex tissues. So, a group of different type of cells performing common tasks together are named as nothing but complex tissues. So complex tissues, as the name suggests, is a little complex rather than just being very simple as we have seen in the simple permanent tissues. So the complex tissues has pretty many things or substances in it, as we can say. So this complex tissue is basically divided into two main types. The first one is xylem and the second one is phloem. So there are pretty many divisions in this chapter tissues. So I would recommend you to make it as a mind map so that it would just go into your brain, it will get drilled into your brain. So let's look at each of them deeply. So first let's have a look at xylem. So this is the tissue that transport water and nutrients from root to up parts of the plant. So it is basically compound of 4 types of cells: the tracheids, the vessels, the xylem parenchyma, and it also contains xylem sclerenchyma. So if we get the word xylem, remember the plumbing system. So xylem is basically made to transport water and minerals from one part to other. So where do the plant receives water and minerals from? You might be knowing this. It will get water and minerals from the soil present in it. So the roots absorb the water and minerals present in the soil. So it cannot be stored in the roots itself. It is not only the only part in plant that it needs water and minerals. So it should be distributed throughout the plant. So xylem takes that huge job to distribute the water and minerals throughout the plant body. And then comes the functions of this xylem. Tracheids are long cells with tapered endings. Tracheid cells are dead. So the tracheid transport water through pits. And then vessel is like a pipe-like structure, and vessels are dead and have lignified thick cell wall, and upper and lower portion of the cell is absent. And parenchyma are living cells. They store food and nutrients. So if you remember, what is the function of parenchyma tissue? The function of parenchyma tissue was to store food and nutrients. It was basically the main function of it. So here also the xylem parenchyma is storing food and nutrients if you observe in the plant body. So parenchyma is basically, actually if we remember, it's simple permanent tissue, but xylem parenchyma is a complex permanent tissue. So actually in that type it was only one type of cell, but if you observe in this xylem or phloem, there are pretty many tissues combined to each other. That's the reason they are known as complex. So some simple permanent tissues bound together are nothing but complex tissues. And then sclerenchyma or the fibers are dead cells. We have seen it before also in the simple permanent tissues. Sclerenchyma are the only dead cells, whereas the parenchyma and collenchyma are the living cells. So they provide mechanical support to the plant. So now let's look at phloem. So phloem is a tissue that transports food from site of photosynthesis to different parts of plant. So it is also in the same way. As you know, where is the food prepared? Let me know in the comment section. So food is basically prepared in leaves. So leaves take the sunlight as well as the water coming from xylem, and they go through a process known as photosynthesis. You might be knowing this. So it goes to the process and then it prepares food in the form of starch and spreads it throughout the plant body. So phloem is responsible for movement of the starch throughout the plant body, and it is also composed of four types of cells. The first one is sieve cells, second one is companion cells, and then comes phloem parenchyma, and then comes phloem fiber or blast fiber. All these types of cells are live except that of the phloem fibers. So let's just look at some of the functions of it. So sieve cells are elongated and have thin cell wall. They have cytoplasm but no nucleus and other organelles. These cells are responsible for transportation of food and nutrients, as we discussed right before. So these companion cells have a cytoplasm and nucleus and other cell organelles. They perform the task required for the sieve cells for living. And then phloem parenchyma stores the food over here also. And then phloem fibers have thick cell wall and they provide mechanical support to the plant. So the phloem fibers and the phloem parenchyma almost have the same function in both the xylem, as we have seen before, and phloem. So if we get the word parenchyma, it shows food, and phloem fibers give rigidity or give mechanical support. So even sclerenchyma gives the mechanical support to the plant. So if you guys remember, even the parenchyma was made into pretty more types, such as, if you remember, the arenchyma and the chlorenchyma. So parenchyma is present in pretty many parts of the plants. It is very usual. So we might consider phloem as phloem parenchyma or just parenchyma as very important tissue in the plant body. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Have a very great day.